Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Today we are in the class 11th and this is chapter 5, legislative at the central as well as state levels. In previous topics, we came to know how there is the house formations, how there is the formation of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative assemblies. Likewise, today we will come to know about how laws are made in India, how the laws came into being. As we know, the laws in a federating state, the laws are made at two stages, at the state level, at the central level. At the state level, the laws are being made on the subject of state list and also on the concurrent list. At the central level, the laws are being made at the union list or at the concurrent list. In both the federating system, laws are being made at the national level as well as at the state level. Here, the legislative proposals which originate as the ideas in the form of the bill. Once a bill is drafted, and after that it becomes a legislative proposal. That legislative proposal is being presented within the parliament. Once that proposal is being approved by the parliament, by both the houses of the parliament, it becomes an act. But not only by passing by both the houses of the parliament or by both the houses of the state legislative assembly, it needs the assent of the president, as well as at the state level it needs the assent of the governor. Here, these bills, once a bill is being presented in its first stage, the government publishes the bill in the newspapers for the suggestions from the general or from the common people. Once the suggestions come from the open society, after that some points get amended within the bill. After that bill is being presented in the Lok Sabha. In the Lok Sabha, this bill has to go through several stages. In the first stage, it is the introduction stage. What we call this the introduction stage, or what we call it is the first reading. In the second reading, there is the discussion in the either house, whether it is Lok Sabha or it is Rajya Sabha. There is a discussion on the bill. What are the drawbacks? What are the loopholes? What would be the discussions? After the discussions, what all kinds of criticisms and loopholes which are lying in the bill, they are being removed after the bill is being presented. And at the third stage, there comes the voting stage. In the voting stage, all the things, odd things get out of or get removed from the bill. After that, the bill is presented for the voting, and the legislative assembly members as well as the parliament members go for its voting, or the Rajya Sabha members or the legislative council members go for its voting. After that, once the bill is presented within one house, it goes to the another house. It has to go through all these stages at that house also. It is first in the first reading, the second reading, and after the third reading, it becomes the conclusion. After that, once the bill is being passed, if the bill is passed, other than money bills, all bills originate in both either house. In the money bills originate only in the Lok Sabha or in the legislative assemblies. Once the bill goes to the Rajya Sabha or the Legislative Council, the Legislative Council has the power to retain the bill after a period of 6 months. After emerging any kind of deadlock, the President summons both the houses and Speaker presides over the meeting whereby the bill gets passed and it is being sent to for the assent of the governor or for the assent of the President. So this is how we make laws in India. Likewise, during the course of governance in states as well as at the center, we have seen there has become the defections. As we know, there is only 15% reservation. There is only 15% quota for the ministers at the center, and in some places, in some states, it has been reduced to the limit of 12 members, it has been enhanced from 7 members to 12 members. We have seen the defection in the 1967 in the Haryana Assembly, where Gayalal, the member of United Front, changed his loyalty towards the Congress, and within the fortnight he changed thrice his loyalty from one party to another party. As such, the then speaker of Haryana Assembly, Rao Barendra, in humor said that Aya Ram, Gaya Ram. Now it has become the dictum that when there is the defection, when anybody is changing or switching from one party to another party, or changing his loyalty from one party to another party, it has become the dictum that what we call defection. In defection, several laws has been passed by the Indian Parliament so far. In the 32nd Amendment, Anti-Defection Act 1985, 52nd Amendment, and likewise which has been incorporated in the Schedule 10th of the Constitution, and Anti-Defection Law 2002. Some laws have been amended in order to stop the defection within the Indian polity. The defection here, the bill amendments have here provided that the persons who will go for the defection, they will be disqualified and from the membership, and he will not remain a member until he will not go to contest elections in his own name or another banner of another party. After that, he becomes a member of that party. And likewise, the remunerative offices, only then the member can remain within the office when he will win the elections. After that, he can remain within the office. Likewise, in the strength of the Council of Ministers has been allotted or fixed up to the 15%. The members who are getting annoyed, they are trying to get defected. As such, law has been passed from 7th of July 2004 that there will be only a quota of 15% of the strength of the state assembly or of the strength of the national parliament, whereby the members who can be sworn as the ministers. Likewise, there would be to stop the split within the parties, except the ideological divide, the members get disqualified from the parties. Likewise, here we can say, once we are having the law procedure, we are having the state assemblies, we are having the parliament, we are having the bicameral legislatures at several places, but certain why this bicameral legislature has been adopted by the Indian Parliament, by the Indian Constituent Assembly, there are certain reasons behind it, that India being a large country and having the Lok Sabha as the representatives of Lok Sabha is the representative of whole India, and this Rajya Sabha represents the states in particular, and the nomination of some members who have served the country in terms of who have shown their distinguished positions in the literature, in the art, in the science, in the technology, so they are getting nominated by the President of India in order to provide them space if they are not in the fray of contest, so they can get space to serve the nation by means of their presence in that. Likewise, it has this bicameral legislature has provided that the hasty decisions are being stopped, and there is double discussion on any issue. It is discussed in the Lok Sabha or it is discussed in the Rajya Sabha. After that, when there is double discussions on any issue, after that the hasty decisions get stopped, and all those loopholes which are lying within the bill, they are getting removed from the bill. After that, that bill becomes an act, and that is prevalent in the Indian situation, whereby it has no loopholes. Likewise, this system has made the executive accountable, because we know that the Council of Ministers is collectively as well as individually responsible for doing any kind of for doing the acts towards the people. And in Lok Sabha, the ministers as well as in members of the Rajya Sabha, once they are not satisfied with the actions, with the doings of the ministers, they can remove this Council of Ministers by means of vote of no confidence, or they can demand his resignation. Likewise, he can in this system, the members can ask different kind of questions. They can ask the supplementary questions. They can ask the adjournment motions, and so we can say they have a control over the Council of Ministers in order to make them accountable before the people. Likewise, the adjournment motions, call motions, and no vote of no confidence has resulted that these members remain in contact within the liaison to their other members, to the other fellow beings, in order to get the developments and the progress for the whole nation. So that is all about this topic. In next video, we will come with another topic. Have a nice day. Thank you.